Once I learned this truth, I finally learned how to let it all go. And the funny thing is, I already knew it when I was a child. My entire life, I have been chasing something because there was an emptiness within myself. I was continuously chasing something outside of myself to fill up that void, that emptiness, so that I could finally feel happy with myself. And many of you know that I'm a recovering hoarder. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Miss Hart. I used to be a level 4 hoarder. Now I'm a level 1. And I always said that the hoarded house was a physical manifestation for what I was feeling inside. And that's exactly it. If my house was empty, like how it felt empty in myself, I was continuously trying to fill it and fill it, trying to feel happy. That's exactly why I hoarded for so long, trying to fill my outside world, hoping that it would change my inside world. I spent my entire life chasing after something to make me feel worthy inside. I used to chase people pleasing when I was in middle school, because many of you know how badly bullied I was by my peers. So I thought, if I people please, maybe people will like me, and then maybe I'll finally feel accepted. In my late teens and in my 20s, I chased a shopping addiction because I was trying to seek self-worth in myself again after an abusive boyfriend completely destroyed me physically, mentally, and spiritually when I was 17. I chased after the next shiny new item so I could finally feel beautiful and loved, because I couldn't find it within myself. I was caught in the cycle of shopping addictions, hoping that maybe this was the shirt that would make me finally feel like I was beautiful. And for my entire life, I chased after saving and rescuing every item I came in contact with in the form of hoarding, to prove to myself that I was a good person. I was even altruistic, because I could take something old, create it into something new with my artistic talents, and give it as a gift away. Or rescue something from a curb, from a landfill. I wasn't going to throw it away. That would fill up a landfill, causing pollution, killing the world, and I was not a person who did such things. Little did I realize I was trying to save these items from a landfill. All I was doing was turning my home into a landfill. Now, in all of these little actions that I was taking, I did find temporary happiness, but it was all very temporary. It was like there was a little hole at the bottom of my internal tank, and though I would fill it up with this happiness, it definitely leaked out till it was empty. And once I felt empty again, I continued to chase the next thing in hopes that it would keep it full for next time. And for a majority of my life, that's what I did. I chased the next thing to make me feel happy, until I realized that that's all that it was. I was just chasing a feeling. And I never realized that the whole time I could have created that feeling within myself. I always say, beneath every behavior, there's a feeling. And beneath every feeling, there's a need. Meet the need. You know what the need is? The need is to love yourself. The need is to accept yourself, flaws and all. That is the core of the need. That is the lesson. The lesson is learning how to find that love within yourself instead of chasing it everywhere else. Because we're all chasing something outside of ourselves. I hear it over and over again. I'll be happy when I have this amount of money. I'll be happy when I get this promotion at my job, or I get this level of success, or I'll be happy when I find my life partner or my soulmate, or I'll be happy when I finally lose this weight on my body. A few years ago, I had a video where I explained how I started emotionally eating when I stopped hoarding. I didn't notice that I started gaining weight until my clothes started to feel a little tight on me. And that's when I had realized that I was emotionally eating. And all I did was replace one unhealthy habit with another unhealthy habit. And all I was doing was just replacing a coping mechanism. As I had lost my original coping mechanism to self-soothe, it looked for the next easiest way, and that was eating junk food. Luckily, I caught this behavior pretty early so that I could change it before it became a subconscious program within myself. But instead of chasing the latest diet or the newest workout regimen, I decided to just love my body where it was in that moment. And in that space of loving my body, flaws and all, I naturally started picking healthier foods to give to myself. I knew that the fruits and vegetables were packed with nutrients. I actually decided to start getting up and working out more, but not in a strict workout schedule. I would just randomly get up any part of the day that I felt like, and I would go outside for a very long nature walk. Doing that every day, fairly quickly, I had lost all the weight I had gained and even lost a little more. Now, did I feel happier being leaner? I mean, sure I did. I did feel really good. It did build my confidence, but I didn't wait until I was skinny to feel that feeling of happiness. I had already started it when I was a little heavier. That was such a life lesson. I accepted myself and I saw my own self-worth, which started to fill up the emptiness inside with love. I learned to fix and fill up my own love tank, to give myself the validation that I was desperately seeking for, and I lovingly accept every unique facet that makes me me. And how I created this self-love for myself was through many different avenues. One was expressing myself on this YouTube channel, explaining the trials and tribulations that I had with hoarding disorder. By expressing that outwardly, I was freeing up the space inside. I was releasing the fear that existed within myself. I journaled. I did nature walks. I spent real quality time with my children, just enjoying being in the present moment with them. And I spend every morning in prayer and meditation, connecting and believing in a benevolent God who is consistently flowing through us and around us with love, abundance, peace, joy, tranquility, acceptance, validation. It surrounds all of us every day. We are all worthy of that love. You just have to look within yourself. When I was suffering with chronic cystitis over 10 years ago, I was in pain every single day. And I'll never forget, this one lady said to me, God gives you blessings each and every day, and all you have to do is look for them. And that stuck with me. I really held on to that, and it resonated me. And I started looking each and every day for the blessings. And sure enough, they did show up, because the blessings are you. They live in you. They flow through you. They are you. They run through every cell in your body. The love, the peace, the abundance, the blessings are the essence of who you are. And when you finally harness that truth, oh, it's so freeing. It's so freeing because fear finally dissipates so that the freedom can thrive. The funny thing is, I kind of already knew this as a little girl before I got bullied. When I was a little girl, I had such a beautiful imagination, and I truly harnessed the magic and wonderment and innocence of the world. It was the 80s, and I would spend hours either outside when it was warm or many hours inside my very messy room where I could express myself in an authentic way. And I was surrounded by my My Little Ponies and my Barbies and my Care Bears and my Rainbow Brights. And I would create these beautiful worlds within them. All I was doing was loving who I authentically was and expressing that through my storytelling, my artwork, my creations. I was in pure bliss back then. And of course, as you get older and innocence start to slip away from childhood, unfortunately, the bullying from my peers had started to slowly but surely take away that pure innocence and love that I had for myself and made me start to question my self-worth because they put me down so badly. Because I felt that was taken away from me, I consistently looked for different avenues to chase that feeling of love and keep it within myself once again. So I continuously chased that bliss so I could finally feel like that little girl who was playing in the most magical world in her messy bedroom. Of course, hoarding was the vice in my life because it was a mental disorder, so it had a very strong hold over my mind, body, and soul. But beautifully enough, it was the innocence and magic and happiness of my children that were the catalyst for me to change those behaviors. And I didn't want my children to know that it was okay to live in a hoarded house because I wanted to protect their happiness. Life's pretty funny, huh? Yeah. Sometimes I wish I hadn't gone through what I had. But if I hadn't gone through it, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. I had to go through all those lessons so that I could finally find that self-love within myself. So I'm grateful for those hard times. I can look back and be grateful that I went through it as a life experience, because now what I get to do is help other people who are in similar journeys as me. And in some form, we're all in the same journey. It's just we're chasing something different that is all rooted right back at the core. We're just looking to be able to love ourselves. We're so focused at looking at the destination that that's where we have to be. But the growth is in the journey. The presence is in the journey. The presence is in the now, where you are. So lovingly embrace wherever you are in your stage of life. That's why in my decluttering videos, I'm always saying, I give myself grace if the messes came back. By giving myself grace is giving myself self-love that I need in that moment to continue going forward. And by continuously doing that, I notice that letting go is so much easier. Letting go of the fear, because when you let go of the fear, you finally find the freedom to be your authentic self. The lesson is that you can love yourself at this very moment. With your breath in, visualize love just being filled throughout your body. And with your breath out, picture the fear and the pain just leaving and exiting. As all the love has now filled up all those empty spaces within yourself. Once you realize that you can have love, acceptance, peace, joy, tranquility right now within yourself, your outer world starts to change on its own. You don't have to chase after something anymore. It actually chases after you, because you are the source of that loving abundance and energy. I know that this is my soul's calling. I mean, maybe this is a good time to say, hey, can you like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment? But, the intention of this video is to encourage each other, because I truly want all of us to evolve and live in our own authentic self and root each other's rises. Because when we root each other's rises, we all rise together and we live in this benevolent, beautiful, and abundant world. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to find that self-love within yourself, because it already exists there.